And I am sorry, your host, back with another video. We're on day 22 of carnivore. Just kidding, we are doing no bread, no sugar, 20 grams of carbohydrates or less. Yes, we are. Um, all so well for me, going so well so far. So far, so good. There we go. Um, one thing I want to say is that on this journey, a girl like me that loves her sugar and things like that has really been um, hijinks powder, arcane. It's all good. Wi-Fi sometimes is a bit troublesome. But no, like a girl like me that loves sugar, cake pies, cookies, and things like that, doing carnivore solely without the opportunity to enjoy a little bit of, um, like something sweet, it's become a problem, meaning unsustainable. I'm happy for everyone's success doing strict carnivore. I know. And maybe you didn't have a sugar addiction-ish type background. Maybe you did. But I don't want to be a strict carnivore person. In fact, I want to allow myself up to 20 carbohydrates a day, but not from bread and not from sugar. Now, yeah, so I ain't doing that. Yeah, I did do it for 20 days, and it was not sustainable. That's really the bottom line, is that it's not sustainable for me. Um, at the end of the day, I wanted to get real with what I can do long term, and it's, a little more flexibility. So some of the sugar-free things I've been enjoying is I have cream cheese now, and yeah, Jinx, I don't think I would like that. Yeah, you need a little bit of something to endure the journey, because you have to sacrifice. But carnivore that I understood was like, okay, eat your meat, eat your eggs, and I was eating cheese, and I had some cottage cheese, but that was really it, and pickles, um, and I had blackberries, but I took away the blackberries after I bought my first basket because I'm like, this is, it made me have cravings basically. Um, Jinx powder, arcane. Do I remember you? I'm gonna say that I slightly remember you. I spoke to some people off and on. When were you on my live last? I don't like lying. But anyway, I think I remember you though, honestly. Anyways, so right now what I'm doing and how I'm doing things is basically having, like I said, 20 carbs or less. I've had excellent success with 20 carbs or less. Oh, you made the poem. I remember you. Jinx. Thank you. Um, so, we're live right now in my car, mixed creating. Where is you now? Is asking where am I? I'm in my car. But so when it comes down to it, um, 20 carbs or less is the goal, and I've had excellent success, terrific success. Like I lost 75 pounds in 3 months. I will let you know though, when I lost that 75 pounds in 3 months, I had I had intermittent fasting. So my eating window was for 4 hours at the time. And I was working out like a nut as well. And I have the equipment in my room to get back to that wonderful place. Um, and so that's where I'm headed. I'm headed to work out like a nutville, okay? Because I have it in me. Like I work out pretty hard, and I get distracted by all kind of crap that hits me in this crazy world. Um, Jinx is saying that he's from the Philippines and that his real name is Jinx, and that in You're saying you didn't like the tactic day shed thingy. It was very uncomfortable. I always have Jinx Powder Arcane because it was more comfortable. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to as far as that comment. But yeah, so intermittent fasting, I'm not ready to do that yet on my journey with 20 carbs or less because I know that is a high level of discipline. And I'd rather shock my body later as I adapt to this new area of 20 carbs or less. You know, like the more you restrict suddenly, the better the body reacts because what's happening is the body is like, oh my God, we have less of a certain thing. So now it's like gonna react properly. Like for example, if I start off with 4 hour window, eating 10 carbs a day and like super strict like right now, then how can I get stricter from there? Eat nothing for 3 or 4 days, do a 72 hour fast? Yeah, but why not, go ahead and have the carbs and slowly but surely get to that 4 hour window because what's going to happen is you have a better chance of giving your body a shock and it responds a lot better with surprises. Um, it's if that makes sense to you, just put a like on the video because you have to change the routine. The body needs change. Even me doing 20 carbs from carnivore is a change that's very good. Because what happens when I have a little whipped cream in my coffee? Guess what happens? Dopamine. And is that better than stress hormones? Yes, it is. Cortisone is not good for you. So I'd rather have a little whipped cream in my coffee. I'd rather have some whipping cream in my coffee, which I wasn't doing this before day 21 with my journey so far. I'd rather have that. It's doing me some good because it is making me happy, and those are the things that I need to sustain a lifestyle. It's not all about the military way. Dopamine is feel-good hormone. Dopamine is a feel-good substance of the brain, not hormone. Dopamine is something that is a chemical release in the brain, and it's like endorphin. They are aligned. They are beautiful, and I recommend that you do it. Makes you feel good. The feel-good feelings is dopamine being released. The feel-good feelings are your endorphins being released. Okay? So, but the stress and the pressure points and the anxiety is where you get the cortisol release, which creates a fat stomach, which creates stress, anxiety, and illness because stress is not good for the body. A little bit of stress is always good because that's, a part of life, but there is a limit and there's definitely a balance. And so for me, I'm aware that for me to really do what I have to do, I'm gonna need a little shot of some dopamine, and I'm gonna need it from a suitable source. And the suitable source is not going to be eating a piece of steak. It's just not. The suitable source is going to have to be something as close as I can get to something sweet that is still within the guidelines and boundaries of someone doing low carb. And that's the only thing I'm going to allow myself to do. But once I start working out, once I start getting on that machine, which I have done and have had some awesome results. I mean, dumbbells. I know how to work this body out, okay? This is what I'm about to do. I don't care what person, friend, man, job, family. I'm going to always love my family, but I'm not going to let anything get in my way, okay, from getting to what I need to get to, which is a healthy body, okay? I'm on a rejuvenation journey, and I'm serious. I am so tired of the yoki doke, okay? Yeah, I'm just too old for it. So I'm excited. I'm in the right ballpark now. We're going to have some wins over here. 20 carbs or less is absolutely my area of success. My area of like, okay, I can work with this, So, oh, there's a jet flying over there. So yeah, that's how I feel. And it's going full speed. So yeah, my thing is just continue to watch my journey. On my channel, I do kind of fluctuate from discussing this more poignantly like I'm doing to singing, to She's talking about the Lord. She's talking about whatever life brings. Um, you know, things like that. I'm going to continue to expand, expound, and speak my mind freely, embracing, my personality and things like that, and just sharing with you guys because I think that's the only thing I can do. I can't create really an alter ego or anything like that. It's just me. And that's really all I came on here to say. Jinx Power, thank you for joining me and being so interactive in the comments. And I am going to go ahead and get on out of here. I'm on my way to take care of something. But yes, thank you so much. This is day 22. And this is really day 2 of 20 carbs, but this is day 22 on the low carb journey. My carnivore was day 1 through 20, and that was really carnivore plus. That's how I title every video, because even then I had pickles. Even then I tried blackberries. Even then I, had cheese. That was not the most restrictive version of carnivore. So even then I gave myself like a loophole, but the loophole has become a belt buckle loophole, like even bigger, because the reality is I have to stick to this for probably 2 years, and even after that continue to be monitoring my carbs, but I will be more open to, bread at some point, but very good wholesome made bread. Like I'm talking 2 years from now. Like I don't even want to really box myself, because when I start exercising and at some point begin intermittent fasting, it's going to be a super different ball game. And I just want to announce that my goal is to do something that's going to be sustainable, not just something that's just so extremely difficult for me to do that I can't keep doing it. Okay. With that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today at Constant Motion with Tori. This is Tori, your host. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and